G'day friends, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Australia. So welcome back to our August masculine month, where Robbie and myself are sharing masculine cards with you. I'm sort of going to stick to basically Father's Day cards, only because Father's Day is coming up and I need a heap of Father's Day cards. Okay, so we're going to be playing with the beautiful, bright and beautiful 6x6 DSP again, and we're going to be using this piece, I think it is, the lemon lime twist piece. Okay, so I have got a very easy card to share with you, but there is a little bit of colouring involved, so we're not going to do the whole colouring, but instead I'm going to show you how I did my colouring. Okay, so we're going to be using this leaf from Sending Smiles. Where's my other stamp set? That Sentiment from Gone Fishing, Happy Father's Day. I like the font in that too. And we also got a die cut circle from All That Dies, and it's this one here. This fits perfectly over that sentiment. Okay, so that's what we're going to be playing with. And then we've got some blends that we'll play with, and some colouring pencils, our watercolour pencils. Okay, so we'll bring in our kit. Whoops. And this is the piece that I've already done, but I thought I'd show you how I did it. I was just playing around last night. It was going to be creative for something else, but I thought we'd use it on today's card because it'll be perfect for a male's card, I think. So this is the piece we're going to play on. So that's our die cut scallop circle. Bits and pieces. We're going to be using Pecan Pie, Night and Navy, and that's the DSP from the Bright and Beautiful, and a piece basic white, and our base card is Pecan Pie, which I haven't even scored yet. So we'll just bring in our paper trimmer and we'll just score that at 4 1/8 or 10.5. And I'm just going to trim a little bit of that. Okay, to make it 5 7/8, which is 14.9 centimetres. Okay, my memory serves me right. So we'll just furnish this while we've got it with our bone folder. And we'll set that aside. Then we're going to bring in this piece. We're going to bring in our foam mat, only because it's a photopolymer and I tend to get a better image when I'm using the foam mat if I'm using the photopolymers stamps. So all I'm doing is inking up my image, and I'm actually taking a little bit away. I'm just stamping off lightly. Probably too light. I'm just moving the image around a little bit. Now I'm not worried about the variegation in colour. And we'll do one more, I think. Do a couple more. I might use this later on, you never know. And that's all I've done. Okay, so we'll close this up. And clean our stamp set so we don't get it on anything. Then we're going to bring in our image. And we're going to bring in our Stampin' blends. Now I'm using Granny Apple Green. Yep. So I always start off with, well, excuse me, in this instant, I'm starting off with the dark. And what I'm going to do is come down from the top. And I'm just going to do my stem. Okay, just like that. Now, I tend to be very light-handed with my blends, and I think in this case it's a good idea. And all I'm going to do, whoops, and just all I'm doing is flicking out from the bottom just to highlight a little bit of darkness at the bottom of the leaves, and that's all I'm doing. Okay, then we're going to bring in our light, and we're just going to do the same, and we're coming up from the bottom of the leaf, the dark area, and I'm flicking out again. Now I tend to use the nib end. I just find that works best for me. I'm not taking too much away of the dark because I still want it to show, and I'm just flicking out. Now I'm not going right to the top. I'm just adding a little bit of colour. So that's it there. And you can see the difference between just the stamped image and this, where we've added a little bit of dimension, I suppose, to our leaves. Okay. Then I'm going to continue. I'll just do another one for you. So we'll do this one here. As I said, I won't do them all. I'm just doing what I think is my stem on my leaf. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then we'll go in again. Now everyone's a little bit different on how they colour, but I find this works best for me. Especially if I want to add a little bit of colour or oomph. Life, I should say. That's probably a better word, eh? And I'm just blending out that dark bit just slightly. Tends to make a bit of a difference actually. I like this, like doing it this way, especially when you're just using say for example your leaves by themselves and nothing else. So we'll just do one more. Pretty addictive. Now don't forget, I will have a link to my blog down below, and then on my blog will be a link to Robbie's blog. So don't forget to head over to see what she's created today for her card. Because neither of us know what we're creating each time, so it's as much a surprise to me as what it is to you. So that's all I'm doing. But as you can see, it adds a little bit of life, and as it dries it will blend a little bit more and it will fade a little bit more. Then what we're going to do is bring in our pencils, and I want Old Olive, and I think we'll use, I think I'll use basic grey, so we'll go with those colours. Then what we're going to do is add a little bit of a few veins, and again I always make sure my nibs are sharp on my pencils, and I'm just going to lightly flick out from the bottom . I'm not colouring it, I just want those few veins to appear, and look at that. It's just, you can just see them in the background, okay. I'm not pressing hard. Oh, sometimes I wish I could press harder, but it's just me. And that's it there. So those three, oops, can you see that? Then we're going to grab our, I've got basic grey. You could probably use Pool Party. Pool Party might be okay. Let's try Pool Party, eh? Have we got Pool Party? Maybe Coastal Cabana. Let's put it in the bowl. Just trying to think. What's this colour? Blue. Okay. Let's use blue. I thought I had a Pool Party. Maybe we don't have Pool Party. Just a point. Maybe. I've got about 4 packs in here. That's what I wanted. Balmy blue. It's a blue. I think the blue's in the new pack, and the balmy blue is probably from the older pack. So I've just thrown them all in together. Don't know whether it was a good idea or bad, but so this is the blue, and that's the balmy blue. They're basically the same. Then all I've done is, where's my sample? I probably could have done a little bit neater too when I look back on it. So that's my sample. Then all I'm going to do is come around and I'm going to layer a little bit of colour around each leaf, just to make it pop a little bit more. You don't have to be real precise. I think it just adds more dimension and life to your leaves, especially if you're not using anything else, which I'm not. I'm barely touching or pressing down on this pencil. And we'll just do one more. And that's it. So you can see how the blue has made the leaves sort of pop off the card. Okay, so that's how leaves are coloured in, and that's them just stamped. Okay, so you can see the difference. And then what we're going to do, we don't need this one anymore because we're going to use one I've already done. We're going to stick this piece to a piece of pecan pie. Just like that. Making sure it's nice and straight. I'm very good for sometimes sticking things crooked. They look straight, but they're not. Then this piece of DSP, now I could use either side. Let's have a look. No, too busy for me. I think if I wasn't using the leaves, it'd probably work. But I want to keep it sort of pretty simple, being for a male. And I've gone with these colours because I wanted it to be for a male, and I wanted this DSP toned down a little bit. And then we'll stick this to our base card, eh? Oh, it does tone it down a little bit, doesn't it? And that's it, basically. And I think what we'll do is we'll pop this up, eh? So have we got enough dimensions? I think so. I'll probably use the black ones, but I'll just use what we've got here. Sticky little devils. And we'll put one in the, we might put two in the middle, I think. bring in our base card, making sure it's nice and straight, and we're just going to pop that down there like that. And once you're happy with, oops, oh, let's do this, let's do it crooked, just for a different look. Now, I've taken the layout from a sketch that I've had in my book, and for the life of me, I can't find my sketchbook. So, I had it the other day when I did the Create Weekly, but I don't know what I've done with it. I must have had a big clean up. And then what we're going to do is bring in, hopefully we're not going to see that. Do that there. Bring in our die cut scallop circle. And we're going to use Night and Navy just to bring that to the front a little bit. And Happy Father's Day. And what do I do? I tend to throw things whoop whoop when I finish them, and you can never find them. So we'll just stamp that. That won't matter if it's crooked because it's a circle. That's nice. Then we're gonna pop that just about there, I think. Just like that. So we want a couple of dimensionals down that side. What side did I say? This side, eh? And we'll add a little bit of glue to this side. We'll put that down there just like that. And then to finish it off, I thought we might add a few of the rustic metallic dots. I just thought they'd go nice with the navy and the pecan pie. Bring in our take a pick tool. One right there. And I think that's it. Put these away. Press down on these. And we're just going to do the inside of our card. So I've got a scrap piece of the DSP that was left over. So we're not going to waste that. We're going to use it. I could have stamped and then coloured again, but I think this will be okay as well. I'll stick this to the inside, and that way our card is finished off. Now, if you didn't want Father's Day, you could swap it out for birthday or any occasion if you want. It's not, just because I've done Father's Day doesn't mean to say that it has to be a Father's Day card. I tend to keep my mail cards very clean and simple. And then our envelope, we'll add the same piece of DSP to it. Just to finish it off and have it matchy-matchy. I'll just put that down there. That down. And then chop it off at the bottom. And that is our card for today. As I said, don't forget to check to click on the link below, and there'll be a link to my blog, and I'll also have a PDF tutorial, and there'll also be a link to Robbie's blog. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope you give your blends and your pencils a bit of a play or a bit of a try. Okay, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Have a great day and enjoy your day. Okay, see ya. Hooray.